Tip number 1, if you ever have any VST or piano loaded up and you're just playing MIDI from keyboard like this, if you don't know all the keys or the scales or anything like that exactly, you can right click up here and you can set your scale. If it's major or minor, for minor it's mostly minor natural, and major is just major, or inside the actual piano roll itself, it's major Ionian or Ionian. Yeah! Let's just say I'm doing F minor, and if I was to go back into the piano roll and set the same, minor natural, F, you can see all the notes that aren't blacked out if I play on my keyboard. I'll only be hitting that, so you can just do easy chords like a triad. Tip number 2, now if you're ever playing MIDI and you lose it and you're like, oh, I wasn't recording that or anything, you can go into tools at the top left, dump score log to select the pattern, so whatever pattern you're selected on, in my instance pattern 1, and then anywhere from the last 2 to 30 minutes. So if I do last 5 minutes, everything I played is here. Tip number 3, so say you have a project like mine, ideally a bit less messy, but if you ever want to make some adjustments or you have a lot going on and you don't want to mess something up because you want to test something out and don't want to be afraid of like losing stuff or having stuff put in the wrong place, you can just go into the top left, clone, just name it whatever. In my case I'll just do arrangement 2, and you can see if I delete like most of track 5 and 6 and I go back to arrangement 1, it stays as was. Tip number 4 is a bit different. It's a bit more technical. It's to do with the channel volumes and the mixer fader. The volumes on there are both completely different things. Now, the channel volume affects everything, so that could be all your plugins and all that. Which is why even when I'm recording, I do not suggest turning down volume like this with vocals, because compression gets in the way and all that, you know. So I have distortion on this 808 right now, as you can hear. If I turn down the channel volume to say about -25, it loses that like fuzziness and the harmonics of the distortion. But if I go into the mixer fader and I turn it down to the same 25, you can hear it still retains that. Tip number 5, have you ever been making a beat and wanting to do like one of those like Pharrell 4-count drops? You know what I mean? I don't even have to play it. And you're like, oh, I have to go export this and whatnot. Well, there's an easier way to do it. All you got to do is press Alt or just to record here. You don't even need to change anything in here. You just select where you want to play, go into the mixer here, and the master, just press the record button or arm it. And if you just record, it just records the audio, so I can just do something like this. But make sure to turn your master effects off though, because it bakes the effects in, and if you're putting it back into the song, it'll just overlap itself. And make sure to turn it back off whenever you're done as well. Tip number 6, say if you have some chords like this on a piano or another real life instrument, and you want to humanize it, yes, you can do Alt or as well. Another way of doing it is if you go up here to the wrench icon, humanize, you have a whole table of control. So I can change the start time range, I can change the offset as well, I can change the duration. So I'll mess around with this and I'll see what I can do. You can hear it genuinely sounds a lot more natural. Now tip number 8, I don't have this written down, but I just thought of it in my head. It's a lot of different keyboard shortcuts you can use within the piano roll itself. So if I just put a note down there, I'm sure you know Control B, and you can highlight it all by pressing Control left click drag, and you can do like Control X. You can also do Control C, Control V. You can also do Control left click, by the way, and Shift left click, and Control A. Control up arrow, down arrow. You can do Shift up, down, left, right. Now for some reason, I don't know why ImageLine decided to do this, but you can't do Control right or left arrow. But what you can do is you can select here, just holding right click. You can do Control right arrow and left arrow. So say you have something you want to copy over, you can just do Control B, and then I don't know, you can do something like Shift left click. You can do back to Control B, do that there, so you don't even have to go back to your mouse if you're willing to do that.